Welcome back. Today's question, we're going to look at a combinations question, and this one's really quite difficult unless you can spot the trick. So as ever, pause the video, have a go at the question, have a real think about this one. As you can see from the title, it's from the SMC. I believe it's actually mid or near the end of the paper, so it is intentionally quite a difficult question. But as I say, have a think about it, come back in a minute or so, let me know how you've done. And we're back. So some of you have probably done combination type questions before, and of course the questions are really about thinking how to choose from various different choices. I'm not going to write 36 numbers down. So if we think we want to choose 4 cards, so here's the 4 cards I'm choosing. The first card can be for any one of 36. The next card can be any one of the remaining 35. The next card is any one of the remaining 34. And the final card is any one of the remaining 33. And because I want the 36 and the 35 and the 34, by the product rule of counting, I'd multiply these numbers together. We can actually go a stage further. So if you imagine multiplying by 32, 31, and then divide by 32, 31, etc., I can say this is the same as 36 factorial over 32 factorial. Okay, so I've got the number of ways that I've got of picking 4 cards. And then I need to think about how to have those specific 4 cards in order. So actually I need to think about this slightly differently, don't I? So here's my 4 cards again. Well, the first card, actually I don't have a choice of 36, I only have a choice of 33, because I want that to be the largest card and I can't have 1, 2 and 3. And then I run into a problem, because if I've chosen 36, well then I've got 32 choices, but if I've chosen 30, let's say 33, well then I have less choice to choose, fewer choices to choose from, because there are fewer cards that are less than 33. And so I'm running into a really difficult probability tree, and that's only on the second pick. On the third pick it gets even more difficult. So there must be another way of doing it. That must be incorrect. Well, actually, if you think about the question a slightly different way, I want to know the probability of picking 4 cards, and then I want the probability of those cards being in order. And actually this method is much more simple, because the probability of picking 4 cards is 1. I am definitely doing that. I'm picking 4 cards. And then the probability of those 4 cards being in order, well, going back to what I was saying before, well, how many ways are there arranging 4 cards? Well, there's 4 ways of picking the first one, 3 ways of picking the second one, 2 ways of picking the first one, and there's only 1 left over, which is 1 out of 1. So that's going to give me 24 ways of picking 4 cards. And how many of those ways have those cards in exact numerical order? Well, it's going to be 1, so therefore it's 1 times 1 over 24, or 1 over 24. It seems a lot trickier than it is if you sort of go the wrong route. So sometimes in maths you do end up doing a lot of maths you just don't need to do. And especially when it's an exam question, there's often a much easier way of doing it. So great question today. I think it's a really difficult question. So well done if you got this. Well done if you spotted it. Come back tomorrow. Again, as ever, please like and subscribe. Let's get this channel moving. Thanks all. See you tomorrow.